Hey everyone, good evening. Welcome to the late stream. I'm getting set up. We can chill for a little bit before. I actually want to practice a little bit in training mode with Terry before we jump online again because I was trying to figure out optimized combos and stuff, and I'm having an issue. I'm definitely having an issue with this character. I think he's viable, but I'm having an issue with consistency. Like with the combo I'm using, sometimes it just doesn't work, and I have absolutely no idea why. Because it's the same combo, I'm doing it over and over, and why does it work sometimes and not other times? I have no effing clue. Actually starting to piss me off. And I think that there's more I can do. Like when I pressure people into the corner, I feel like I need to do more, and I don't know what to do. So I want to mess around just a little bit with that before we get started tonight. Also, man, the earlier stream was terrible. And what I mean by that, dude, it was so hot in this room. I'm not kidding you. It was about 100 degrees in this room. Because outside it was 80 something. And even with my new reflective curtains, it doesn't do anything. Here's why. So I took out my blinds. I got rid of them because the blinds weren't effective at doing anything. They were falling apart after a decade. They were decrepit. So I bought these blackout curtains, and they kept all the light out, but didn't help with the heat. So I bought a special reflective coating blackout curtain. They actually have silver metallic backing that bounces the sun back out as it comes at the office wall. But there's a problem. Yes, they bounce that off, but they actually trap heat inside too. Okay? So if this room was not my office with the gaming PC, the streaming PC, 2 monitors over here, a giant TV over here, this light, this webcam, this laptop, and all these electronics running, those would be amazing blackout curtains. They would actually keep this room cool because it would just keep the ambient temperature the same inside, and it would push the heat off. But because I have all this equipment in here, I need air circulation. If those curtains are closed, I have no air circulation. Therefore, this room heats up like an oven anyway. So I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. If I open those curtains, I will have airflow, but the room will heat up because of the sun. If I close the curtains, now I create a closed air environment and it insulates that, and then the room heats up anyway. So earlier today, I was trying to learn a brand new character, Terry Bogard in Street Fighter 6, and it was 100 degrees in this room, and I had sweat pouring down my body. The good news is I actually was doing decent. I was learning and actually doing pretty well. So it's not like I was getting bodied completely or whatever, but, you know, it was not a good time. And you could tell people wanted to talk with me, and they were trying to ask me, gee, what do you think of the character? I couldn't even talk. I'm not shitting you. I was so hot. My head was like a fucking boiled egg, like a fried egg. I couldn't even think straight. So I could barely, like the Red King did a super chat. He says, Terry Bogard, what are your first impressions? I was like, dude, I can't even say anything. I can't think right now. And then I just played for another like 15 minutes and I turned the stream off. It was really bad. It was impressively bad. Okay. Tonight should be better. The sun is gone. I have airflow because the curtain is open. Okay. So we should be all right for tonight. I just hope that's the end of it. I'm looking at the weather, and the weather is claiming that every single day moving forward will now be 60 degrees or cooler every day. And some days there'll be clouds and rain. So as long as that is correct and it's not lying to me, I think the streams moving forward will be better. And I apologize if you were here earlier today and you were seeing I wasn't talking with no one, I was having a bad time. Like, that's what happened. I apologize, man. You know, I wanted it to be better. I spent a lot of money redoing this wall with these curtains and everything. I bought 2 different sets of curtains and nothing's helping. It's like, oh man. Anyway, so that's where we're at. And again, I'm sorry. Tonight I want to get better with Terry. All right. Also, just to be very frank with everyone, earlier today, I had like little to no support on the stream. I made $50 the whole stream. $50. The entire stream. You know, and we're talking about, I was having streaks of 6, 12, 41 streams where I was hitting $200 goals. I made $50. But I think that's in part, number one, because I wasn't interacting with anyone at all, right? I wasn't. I was like overheated, feeling like shit. And number two, I wasn't there to be the cheerleader for the stream. Hey guys, come on, let's get some of this. I couldn't even do it. I was actually feeling so shitty and sick that I couldn't even like do that stuff. So hopefully tonight will be better. I really hope that you guys will support the stream. I'm not even saying I'm expecting to hit this goal at this rate. I don't think we are. I'll be honest. I want to. Like, I want to get that positivity back, but I don't think we're gonna get it. But man, I just hope that it ends up better than earlier, because it was like I streamed for 5-6 hours. I made $50 the entire time I was on stream. I basically made $10 an hour, and I was like, wow. I actually almost got sick, like to the verge of getting heat stroke. For what? I fucking stupid, right? And yes, I do believe Ellipsy and part of it is being burned out on fighting games. I agree with you. I think between the MVC collection, which I played a lot of, and now Street Fighter 6, like half my schedule is fighting games. And I think people are burn out on it. I think you're right. I think that hits it right on the head. So now it's going to be tough, because it's like, now how do I play moving forward? Do I only play fighting games once or twice a week? If I do I only play MVC collection once a week and then Street Fighter 6 once a week? If that's the case, I will never hang. Just being honest, I'm going to lose all of my skill, and I'm going to basically end up sucking in Street Fighter 6. Playing once a week is definitely not good enough to maintain in a fighting game, a major, modern fighting game. So it's going to get to the point where I'm not even going to be good anymore, and there's not much I can really do. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens tonight. Okay? Okay. No, my place cannot be retrofitted with an AC. I would need to install central air, which costs at least $13,000 to $20,000. There you go. Start reading an email. Okay, I received my first contribution of the night, $5 tip from Chocoboko. Today marks the 3-year anniversary of me finding your channel. I'm still hanging around because you make entertaining streams. It was really hot at the warehouse. Thankfully, my uncle brought some cold Gatorades to keep cool. Well, that's cool of him. To turn up and hand out some cold Gatorades is actually quite a nice thing on an insanely hot day. So glad to hear that, Chocoboko. Thank you for the first tip of the night. Thank you for getting contributions going. Okay. Now remember, guys, for our new goal system, the way it works, everything is counted. Super chats, super stickers, and tips all count towards the nightly goal. So anything that you contribute is greatly appreciated, okay? What was the email? Do you really want to know? It's my condo association reminding everyone that our homes here are 30 years old, and pretty soon everyone's pipes are probably going to start leaking or being damaged, and that it costs about $10,000 to have the pipes replaced with the current standard. Or if they break and destroy things like part of the foundation of your house, it'll cost you about $22,000. That's literally what the email was. And I don't have money for that at all. So if that happens, I'm fucked. I'm literally fucked. I don't have money for any of that. What I need is the economy to turn. I need interest rates to go down so I can refinance my home, and I can use the equity in my home to do these very much needed home repairs. But I don't have money for it, and I can't do it. I can't do it. The economy sucks. You know, they literally just for the first time ever in 4 to 5 years, they just lowered interest rates. And it was about half a point. So what they need to do is keep doing it. And not half a point, what did they say, 5 point? Whatever it was. They need to keep doing that. They need to get interest rates back down to where they were. No, Sarah, my homeowner's insurance doesn't cover it because the homeowner's insurance only covers things that are like group policy shit. They don't cover, well, what they're saying is the thing that we have, we have a condo giant private community, we have a giant policy on it, and that doesn't cover it. It only covers things that are outside of the realm of individual responsibility, and they're claiming that the pipes in the walls are individual responsibility. So I do have some homeowners insurance of my own, but I don't know how much it covers. I'll tell you right now, it ain't going to cover $22,000 of repairs, and probably it's not going to cover if I optionally decide to replace the pipes. So it was half a point. I had it right. They lowered it by half a point. Cool. That's literally what I need. I need interest rates to go down in the United States within the next 2-3 years. If the interest rates go way down back where they were, I can refinance my home. I have a ton of equity in my home. I can then use that equity to do things I need to do in the house, like fix this pipe situation, renovate the bathroom that has been unused for 3 years because it's all fucking falling apart, holes, you know, in the wall and shit. You know, I need to fix it. I don't have money for it, you know. I just had a really, really good month and a half as a result of branching out and doing stuff with Keno Casino. Now they've been gone for a month, and as you guys have seen, it seems like the momentum's done. Now maybe it'll pick back up again when they're back and I'm doing stuff again, but I don't know, you know. And so there's nothing I can really do about that. I'm back to kind of back to square one right now. Like I told you when this started in early August, I said life's like this, right? Life is peaks and valleys, waves, and I said I don't know how long I'm going to maintain this high, right? Well, I think it's over, quite frankly. I think we're back to square one again. I'm happy for those of you who are newcomers and people who are hanging out with me here, really, and stuck with it. But as you can see, the majority of those people aren't around anymore, probably because they're eagerly awaiting for Keno Casino to come back and do more content with me. But, you know, I can't rely on that. I need to be able to hang in there myself, right? Okay. I received a $6.66 tip. Big Papa Phil, I enjoyed all the fighting game streams. Keep them coming. Thank you, Big Papa Phil. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to Big Papa Phil, to Jade, to the Red King, to everyone who was here earlier, because I know I was in a bad place. I was so hot, I literally wasn't myself. I couldn't even think. You guys were trying to talk to me, and I wasn't talking, right? I was just focusing on the game and trying to, like, not pass out, because I felt so sick. I really was that hot. I mean, I'm not kidding. That was probably one of the hottest times I've ever had in this office. Now I know I cannot have these curtains closed like that. I can't, because it made the office heat up so much. I got sick to myself. I had to, basically when I left the office, it was like I was walking into an igloo. Just walking into my hallway, I was like, it's cool. It's like ice out here. And I went downstairs and I relaxed for about 15 minutes and I had dinner and I felt so good. Yeah, Horror Critic with a $5 super chat says, keep your head up and a looker for some time. Your newfound positivity is great to see. Best wishes to you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I listen, I really appreciate the positivity that you guys have brought me in the last month and a half. It has been amazing. Of course, I appreciate the positivity that you guys have brought me overall over the years. But I mean, the last month and a half has been amazing, right? Really. So, fingers crossed, things maintain. I don't melt. I can keep putting out entertaining streams for you guys. I want to jump into training mode. I just want to try one or two things. I'm trying to figure out what to do pressure in the corner